What if the darkness you fear is not the absence of light, but the womb of creation? The journey of your soul after death is not predetermined, but a conscious navigation, a path that you have the power to influence. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain and discover the truth about what really happens when we die, and show you the map you need to navigate it successfully. We will explore the esoteric principles and techniques that allow you to become aware in any realm, because what you are experiencing now will show you what is to come. Learning to master your own mind in this reality is the key to mastering any realm. This journey is not about escaping death, but about transforming your perspective and learning to navigate any experience with clarity and intention. What you have been told about death is a lie. Heaven and hell are not destinations, but states of consciousness that you have the power to choose. Fear-based religions have created these limitations to keep humanity in a state of ignorance and control, much like educational, media, and cultural programming does in the present moment, limiting your experience of the here and now. There are entities and forces that feed off of this fear and spiritual ignorance, thriving in the darkness after death when the individual is unprepared. Like the Gnostic concept of the archons, this hidden system benefits from spiritual amnesia, keeping individuals trapped in cycles of unawareness. Those who are unprepared to navigate this experience may find themselves in a state of spiritual amnesia, unable to access their memories and their understanding of the journey they're on. The consequences of this spiritual amnesia are profound, often resulting in a repetitive cycle through the dark place without growth or conscious understanding, reincarnating without conscious choices again and again. The negative results of not having this information are clear. You become a pawn in a system designed to keep you in the dark. You must understand that the true dark place is not death itself, but living a life in ignorance, completely separated from your power. Real freedom is learning to access your personal power, and that's what we are going to explore today. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. The dark place is not a prison, but a cosmic recycling zone where your consciousness reintegrates with the source. It is a place of origin where all potential resides, a state of pure possibility. It is like a blank canvas before a painting is created, containing all possibilities within. Modern science shows that reality is not fixed. Matter is just energy in its condensed form. The soul is energy too, so why wouldn't it have its own phases? This dark place is just another level of vibrational consciousness, like the different states of matter, solid, liquid, gas. They are all forms of the same energy. Individual consciousness exists in parallel realities and alternate timelines. These different versions of yourself are reintegrated as your soul journeys through these different phases. This process is part of the soul's journey, and in this way, each soul has different selves or experiences that are reintegrated in this space. The dark place is where souls rebalance energy and reintegrate experiences. It is a necessary part of the cycle, like day and night, a natural rhythm of the universe. Understanding these patterns is key to mastery, because consciousness follows these rhythms and cycles, and once you know them, you are no longer a slave to them. Why do souls go into the dark? What happens when they do? Understanding this can change everything, as awareness of the nature of the dark place can change your path after death. Your intention is your navigational instrument in all realms, and the power of your intention in this life is just as powerful as it is in the next. Prepare yourself to step into a new reality. You will never look at death the same way. Now you will learn to navigate this dark place with consciousness and purpose. The theoretical understanding of the soul's journey we've explored is crucial, but it's only the beginning. Think of this next section as a practical toolkit, where you will acquire the instruments necessary to consciously navigate any reality, whether you are in this life or after your transition. These aren't mere concepts, but tangible skills, techniques, and practices designed to give you agency and a new direction. These tools will empower you to take control of your journey, not just passively experiencing the flow of existence, but actively shaping your path in any realm of consciousness. This knowledge and these skills are not limited to this physical world, but are universally applicable, helping you to master your experience across all dimensions of being. You must understand that your ability to control your experience begins now, in this moment, and that will determine your journey in the next moment. The first and most crucial tool in this toolkit is the mastery of your own mind through lucid dreaming. Practice lucid dreaming, learn to control the states of your own mind in this reality, as this will give you control in any realm. If you can learn to control your dream state, what else could you learn to control? Lucid dreaming is not just a form of entertainment, a nightly amusement or fantasy. It is a powerful training ground for expanding your awareness, allowing you to consciously navigate the realms of the unconscious, those aspects of your experience that are normally hidden from your daily awareness. It's the bridge between your waking consciousness and the vast landscapes of your inner world, acting as a practical gateway to explore and understand the nature of your consciousness. This ability to consciously navigate your dreams becomes essential in understanding the nature of your consciousness, showing you the power you have to create your own experience. Understand that your dream world is a training ground, a rehearsal for the realities that lie beyond the physical, a space where you can master your awareness and expand your potential, so you are not a stranger in any new realm. Next, it is necessary to cultivate self-awareness, as this allows you to reduce the fear response, so you can observe your experiences objectively. It is not about denying fear, but about seeing it clearly, understanding its roots, and moving beyond the reactive patterns that are built upon it. It's like watching a movie where you become the observer rather than the one caught up in the action, allowing you to understand the experience without being overwhelmed by it. This practice of self-awareness trains you to understand your reactions in the present and will provide you with the framework to objectively understand your experiences after you transition from this life. In this way, self-awareness is the foundational skill that allows you to take a step back and see the larger picture, empowering you to not be controlled by your emotions, but to consciously direct them, thus mastering your reactions to your feelings. Remember that the journey requires that you are an active participant in your experience, and you must have clear awareness to navigate any realm, especially one where you are unfamiliar. To further enhance this practice, you must learn the art of conscious breathing to anchor yourself in the present moment, in this life and after death. Conscious breathing is not just an automatic bodily function, but a powerful tool to connect to now, and all power resides in now, the only moment that actually exists. By focusing on your breath, you create a bridge to the present, allowing you to ground yourself in the now, regardless of your location, circumstances, or physical state. This process of breathing is a constant reminder of your connection to the present, a simple yet effective way to come back into now, when the mind wanders into the past or the future, those concepts that are simply an illusion. The present moment is the only place where true power resides, and conscious breathing is the vehicle that brings you back into that place, anchoring you to your own internal power, always available in the here and now. Breathing is also the vehicle to come back into this present moment, whether you are living or whether you are passed on, it is always available to you. Then, to direct that power, you must understand the power of intention. Your intention is your navigational instrument in all realms, and it is your responsibility to choose what you are focusing on, for your intentions create your experience. Intention is not just a thought or a wish, but a powerful force that shapes your reality. It is like a compass, guiding your path forward, directing your consciousness towards what you desire to experience, both in this life and in the next. With clear intentions, you set the course for your journey, defining the landscapes you will encounter and the lessons you will learn, and it's through intention that you make the unconscious conscious. The power of intention is a universal tool, and learning to use it now is a critical step in mastering your destiny, so that you can direct the experience in any reality that you find yourself in. With that intention comes the ability to visualize positive outcomes and create an internal map of what you want to experience. It's like creating a blueprint for your future where you are designing your own map. Visualize yourself going into the light after you pass, create it before it happens. It's your choice to define that experience, and you must do so. This process of visualization allows you to imprint the desired outcomes onto your consciousness, creating a roadmap that guides you through the landscapes after death. Ensuring that you don't get lost in the dark, you have already planned your journey into the light. This practice of actively visualizing the future you desire is the method to move towards it, training your mind to focus on the positive, the empowering, and the expansive, so that when you transition, you are already familiar with the path you are choosing. Remember this most important point: the power to navigate your destiny lies within you. You are the creator. You are not simply a passive observer, but the active force that shapes your reality in every moment, in every realm, throughout all your experiences. You have been given this map to understand your journey and take responsibility for your own path. And this is not merely a theoretical concept, but a practical truth that demands your active participation. The knowledge you are gaining now is to empower you to make conscious choices, not just in the future, but in the present moment, which will affect all of your future moments. You are the author of your own story, and you have the power to decide how it unfolds. Therefore, it is important that you understand, living consciously will help you after you pass. If you live in fear, that is what you will experience. Live in joy and love, and that will be your map. This emphasizes that your choices now have a direct impact on your experience after death, and thus your journey in this realm is just as important as the journey in the next realm. Living in fear is like walking in the dark without a flashlight. You stumble and you get lost, while living in joy and love is like carrying a light that shows you the path, and that is the map you need to navigate your way to the light. Understanding this connection is the key to recognizing that you are continuously creating your experience, both here and after you transition, so you must always be mindful of your state of being. You must learn that what you do here, you do everywhere. Finally, your actions have consequences in this and the next life, so to create intentions in all aspects of the individual's life. Understand that every action, every thought, every emotion leaves an energetic imprint, shaping not only your current reality, but also your future experiences. Your experiences in this life create your experiences in the next life. Thus, your current journey is just as significant, and you must start to think about the world in those terms. You are building your next experience with the choices you make right now, so make them consciously, with intention, and with love. You are the builder of your reality, and every thought is like a brick in that construction, shaping your experiences for all time. Thus, learn to create intentions in every facet of your life, understanding that each decision is shaping your future in ways you may not have even considered, and that this principle is true for this life and after. Now that you have begun to understand the practical methods for mastering your consciousness, you are ready to understand the truth about the so-called dark place. What if I told you that everything you have been taught about this place is a lie? That what you were told is a place of fear and punishment is not actually a prison, but a cosmic recycling zone, where your consciousness reintegrates with the source. This is not some esoteric theory, but a fundamental truth about the nature of existence. It is not some external place, separate from you, but an integral part of the cyclical journey of consciousness. The dark place is not a void of nothingness, it is the very womb of potential, the place where your experiences are broken down and reintegrated into the greater whole. Just as a seed must return to the soil to prepare for new growth, your soul goes into the dark to prepare for new experiences, a necessary phase of transformation rather than a punishment. Your soul is not lost, but returning to the source, and in that process, it's being renewed, refreshed, and reintegrated. This is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process, just like the cycles of nature, of expansion and reintegration that define all aspects of existence. you must understand that this process is necessary for the continuation of your journey. To further expand this understanding, consider that the soul goes into the dark to rebalance energy and reintegrate its experiences. This is not a punishment, but a necessary process of healing, like the rest we need after a long day or the quiet of winter before the newness of spring. Just as the body needs rest to restore itself, so does the soul need this space to recalibrate, to process what it has learned, to shed what is no longer needed, and to prepare for its next adventure. This process of going into the dark is not something to be feared, but rather a natural part of the rhythm of existence, a moment of recentering, a phase of transformation, and a period of quiet integration that allows the soul to become more complete and more balanced. This natural cycle is not an anomaly, but a universal truth that is mirrored in all aspects of life, from the rising and setting of the sun to the changing seasons and everything in between. This reintegration is a key part of the soul's ongoing journey, and what is being reintegrated. Consider the concept that your soul has different versions of itself across parallel realities and timelines, each a different facet of your entire being. Just as a single diamond can be seen from many angles, each reflecting a unique facet of light, your soul is experiencing many different variations of self, all simultaneously, all contributing to the whole. Each version of self has its unique experiences, its own lessons, its own perspective, and when the soul goes into the dark, it is not just reintegrating a single experience, but integrating countless experiences from every version of self that it has manifested. It is a process of bringing all these scattered pieces back together, creating a more complete and comprehensive understanding of self and its journey. Think of it like a complex puzzle, where each piece is a different experience or version of the self, and it is only when all the pieces come together that the whole picture is complete. It is in this place of integration that we become aware of our own totality. Now, let us explore this process from a scientific perspective, where we can see that modern science shows that reality is not fixed. Matter is just energy in its condensed form, and if matter and energy are interchangeable, then so is everything else, including consciousness. If the soul is energy, then why wouldn't it have its own phases, its own states of being, just like water can be a solid, liquid, or gas? You must see that what appears to be solid is actually just energy vibrating at a specific frequency, and therefore, it is changeable. Consciousness itself is another form of energy, and is not tied to the physical body. It can also change its state of vibration and move from one dimension to another and one state to another. The observer effect in quantum physics has shown us that consciousness influences reality, that the act of observing changes the outcome, and thus the very fabric of reality is not fixed, it is malleable. If consciousness is just another form of energy, then it too has its own forms and its own ways of traveling in different dimensions and on different timelines. This means that what you perceive as death is just a change in the form of energy, and this energy is your consciousness, which is never truly destroyed. This brings us to the idea that this dark place is just another level of vibrational consciousness, a place that exists at a different frequency than the reality you are currently experiencing. Just as there are different frequencies of sound or light, so too are there different frequencies of consciousness, and each frequency creates its own unique reality. Think of it like tuning into a radio, where each station exists as a different frequency. Your current state of being is one frequency, your dream state another, and the dark place is just another frequency along the spectrum. When your physical body ceases to function, your consciousness does not disappear, it simply changes its frequency, and it begins to experience a different reality. These different frequencies are just like the notes on a musical scale, each one adding to the overall melody of existence. It's not that these places are separate, it's that they are different dimensions of the same reality, each vibrating at its own level, and the dark place is just another frequency on this scale, a place where consciousness transitions and recalibrates. To further understand this relationship, let us consider that this process has been understood for thousands of years. Drawing connections between Gnostic cosmology and quantum physics, we can see that ancient wisdom and modern science are both pointing to the same underlying truths. In Gnostic texts, the concept of the pleroma, the fullness, represents the ultimate source of all things, and this is not so different from the void of quantum physics, the space of infinite potential. The demiurge, a flawed creator in Gnostic thought, relates to the limited perception that creates the limitations of your reality, and this aligns with what we understand about bias in modern psychological theories. This ancient wisdom highlights that the reality we experience is not fixed, but is a reflection of our own consciousness and is therefore malleable to change. The void in quantum physics shows us that potential is the origin of all things, the place from which all matter and energy and all consciousness emerges. These ancient concepts and modern scientific understandings are not separate, but rather different facets of the same universal truth. They are just described in different ways. You must see that the journey of consciousness is not linear, but cyclical, a constant dance of expansion and reintegration, and this is consistent throughout all teachings and all understandings. And within that understanding, you must grasp the power of intention, which is your navigational instrument in all realms. Your intention is the compass that guides you and helps you navigate your journey, regardless of the realm. Intention is not merely a wish or a hope, but a powerful force that shapes your experience, and you must become an active participant in this process. When you set a clear intention, you are not just thinking about something, you are directing your energy towards a specific outcome. It's like setting a course on a map. You are deciding where you want to go, and you are choosing what you will see. This is why it is important to understand that intention is not limited to this physical reality. It is a universal principle, and it works in all dimensions of existence. This means that your intentions here and now are not just influencing your life today, but are also laying the foundation for what you will experience after death. Thus, you must be mindful of your intentions. This means that the power to navigate your destiny lies within you. You are the creator. You are not just a passenger in your own life. You are the driver. You are the one in control. And it is up to you to take responsibility for where you are heading. You are not some helpless victim of fate. You are an active participant in the creation of your reality, and you have been given the tools to consciously shape your journey. The choices you make, the intentions you set, the actions you take, all of these are contributing to the story of your life, and these are not limited to this life. They are expanding into all your experiences. You have the power to choose the direction you want to take, the experiences you want to have, and the future you want to create, both now and in the next moment. You must learn to take control of your life in all dimensions of existence. To accomplish this, you must cultivate self-awareness, which allows you to reduce the fear response so you can observe your experiences objectively. When you become aware of your own reactions, you are no longer controlled by them. You become the one who is watching, not just the one who is reacting. And this is a powerful tool that will assist you in every moment of your existence. By cultivating self-awareness, you learn to step back from your thoughts and emotions, to observe them without being consumed by them, as if you were watching a movie of your own life, so you can see the patterns and start to consciously choose how you respond to those patterns. When you master your fear responses in your present life, you will learn to navigate the dark place after you pass without being controlled by its energy, which gives you the power to create your own experience. It is in this space that you become aware that you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are the consciousness that is experiencing those thoughts and emotions. It is important to note that this is not just a practice for navigating the so-called afterlife, but this process of living consciously will help you after you pass. If you live in fear, that is what you will experience. Live in joy and love, and that will be your map. This connection between your current experience and the future experience is not some theoretical concept, but rather a very real and direct connection. When you live in fear, you create patterns of fear that will follow you into every experience, and this is also true for patterns of joy and love. Each moment is an opportunity to choose how you will experience the world, and this choice will shape your experiences in every dimension of existence. If you cultivate joy and love in your current life, you are creating a map of joy and love to follow after you transition. You must understand that what you do here, you do everywhere, that these principles are universal, and thus you must live them now. And in the here and now, learn the art of conscious breathing to anchor yourself in the present moment, in all states of being, in life, and after death. Your breath is the anchor that will always bring you back to now, and this simple technique is one of the most powerful tools you have for directing your own energy. By focusing on your breath, you create a direct connection to the present moment, to that place where all power resides, the only place where existence truly takes place, where there are no illusions and no distractions. This simple practice brings you back to the here and now, and this is something that you can access anytime you need it. It's the key to presence, to awareness, and to power, and this is something that is always available to you, here, there, and everywhere. Use this tool to master your consciousness. Finally, it is imperative that you understand that visualization is a powerful tool for creating an internal map of desired experiences after death. So visualize positive outcomes and create an internal map of what you want to experience. This practice of visualization is not just daydreaming, it's conscious creation, and what you visualize becomes the map of your journey, and your journey is not fixed. It is changeable with your intention, with your imagination, and with the power you wield as a creator. Just as an architect creates a blueprint before building a house, you can create a map for your journey in the afterlife, a map that leads you to the experiences you desire. And this is how you create your reality, consciously, intentionally, and with awareness. In this practice, you are not just imagining a future reality, you are actively directing the energy that will create it. This is how you create, this is how you navigate, this is how you choose your journey. Remember that this knowledge is not just for the afterlife, it is for enhancing your present experience as well. The tools you learn now will help you in every facet of your life, in every relationship, in every situation, in every dimension, and this must always be in the forefront of your mind. The practice of self-awareness, the power of intention, the mastery of your mind, the conscious connection with your breath, all of these are keys to freedom and keys to creating the experience you desire. Your future experiences are determined by your present choices, and you have been given this map to not just survive in life, but to thrive, and to consciously create it, here and everywhere, in this life and after. Therefore, you must remember, your actions have consequences in this and the next life, so create intentions in all aspects of the individual's life. Every action you take, every thought you think, every emotion you feel has an effect, and every decision is part of a larger plan, and you are the one creating that plan. You are not just living a random life, you are shaping your destiny in every moment. Understand that all choices matter, and it's in understanding that concept that you have the greatest power to build your experience consciously and with intention. Every choice is like a brushstroke on the canvas of your life, creating a masterpiece of experience, and the power to create that masterpiece is in your hands and in your mind and in your heart. And as we begin to understand this concept and this map, it's important to know that there is so much more, and in future episodes, we will explore the mechanics of the higher dimensions. Stay tuned. You will begin to understand all the possibilities that you have, all the experiences that you can create, and all the power that is available to you, and we will discover those secrets together. We are just beginning to unlock the mysteries of consciousness and the endless journey that it takes, and I am thrilled to be sharing this path with you. There are more pieces of the puzzle to discover, so stay with us, and we will continue down this path of discovery. And as we prepare for the next layer, prepare yourself to step into a new reality. You will never look at death the same way. What you now understand has the power to transform not only your future experiences, but also the present ones, and you will see the world with new eyes, with more awareness, and with a deeper understanding of the journey that lies ahead. The knowledge that you have now gained is a key to unlocking the mysteries of your existence, a tool that will empower you to take control of your experience and to actively shape the reality that you desire. This is not just information, it's the key to your own personal transformation, which will create change within you and all around you. This will change everything. And so you must remember, you are not just a mortal body. You are a divine consciousness navigating through experience. Embrace your power, take your life in your own hands, create your reality, and do not fear the unknown. You are a cosmic explorer, you are a creator, you are the master of your journey, and the power to navigate, to create, and to transform is always available to you, here and everywhere. You are not simply a physical body, you are so much more than that. You are a divine consciousness, experiencing the world in all of its forms, in all of its dimensions, and in all of its possibilities. You are limitless, and so you begin to understand that the so-called dark place is not a place of eternal damnation, but a necessary phase of reintegration, a place where your soul is not lost, but rather returning home to the source and to itself. This concept alone should liberate you from the fear that has been instilled in you by those who do not want you to understand the nature of your existence. This understanding of the dark place is not something to fear, but something to embrace as a necessary part of the grand cosmic cycle. It is not a punishment, but a process, not a dead end, but a new beginning, and the moment you understand this truth, you are free. It's in this darkness that the soul rests and prepares and is renewed for its next great adventure. And this idea is not just a theory, but an observable fact of nature. Just as a caterpillar must enter the darkness of the chrysalis to transform into a butterfly, your soul must enter the dark to emerge as something new, something more. This is the natural order of things, the great dance of creation, where light emerges from darkness, and darkness gives way to light, in an infinite and ongoing cycle of transformation. It is not some external force, but a natural process that is an integral part of the journey of the soul. To further illustrate this process, we must look deeper into the concept of reintegration, and to see that it's the way the soul synthesizes the experiences from its previous life, very similar to how the body processes the events of the day during sleep. When you sleep, your brain sorts through the millions of pieces of information that you have collected, creating memories, processing emotions, and preparing for the next day. In the same way, the soul takes its experiences from the previous incarnation, and it breaks them down into their core components to better understand, integrate, and learn the lessons that have been presented. It's a time of processing, a time of understanding, a time of recalibration, and it is in this process that the soul begins to understand its journey and prepare for the next cycle, using all the lessons it has learned. This is a necessary cycle of the soul, just as sleep is a necessary part of your daily life. It is not an end, but a transition. It is not a setback, but a step forward, and knowing this simple truth, your journey into the so-called dark place is not just survivable, but it is an opportunity to grow and to expand. And so you can start to grasp the power of this transformation, as the dark place is the womb of creation, the place where all things return to the source before they are created again, just as all matter emerged from darkness and must return to darkness. This is not just a poetic concept, but a fundamental principle of the universe, which we observe in the cycles of nature all around us. Just as a seed must be buried in the dark soil to grow into a plant, your soul must return to the source to prepare for new experiences. It is not about an ending, but about a beginning, a moment of rebirth, a time to prepare. This cyclical pattern is seen everywhere, from the rising and setting of the sun, to the changing seasons, and to the cycles of life and death itself. All of these are mirrored within the soul's journey. The darkness is not an absence of life, but rather a necessary phase, a time of quiet, a time of transformation, a time of preparation for new creation, and you, as a conscious being, can choose what you create. You are not just experiencing this cycle, you are participating in it, and you have a choice to navigate this process with intention and awareness, rather than with fear and confusion. You are the creator, and your journey is in your hands. As you begin to grasp this concept, let's transition to understanding how mastering lucid dreaming is not just about controlling your dreams, but about learning to navigate all states of consciousness. When you realize that you are dreaming, you are also realizing that you are not your body, but an observer of experience, and this is a powerful tool that will help you in this realm and the next. You begin to see the nature of your reality as it is, a projection of your consciousness, a construct of your mind, and if you can control your awareness in a dream, then you can control your awareness in any realm. It becomes a training ground, a place where you can experiment, a place where you can practice, and a place where you can explore the depths of your own consciousness. It is in this space that you begin to understand the true nature of your being and learn to see that you are more than just a physical body. You are a conscious being that can travel across different states of being. This gives you power over all realities. To further your ability to navigate the different states of consciousness, you must incorporate specific techniques for lucid dreaming, such as reality checks and dream journaling. Reality checks are as simple as asking yourself, "Am I dreaming?" Throughout the day, as you begin to do this habitually, you will start asking yourself this same question in your dreams, and that is the key to unlocking your awareness. If you do this often enough, it becomes an automatic practice. You will start asking the same question in the dream state, and that alone can trigger a lucid dream. And also, keep a dream journal near your bed to record your dreams as soon as you wake up, as this will help you to remember the subtle details of your dream experiences, and you'll start to notice patterns, recurring themes, and symbols that can help to guide you to your personal awakening. This active engagement with your dream life helps to bring your subconscious into your conscious awareness, and this is how you begin to understand the nature of your consciousness. Just as an athlete practices a sport to perfect their movements, so too can you practice lucid dreaming to perfect your ability to navigate all realms of consciousness. And so, the more you practice, the more familiar you become with navigating the non-physical realms, and you start to create an internal map of what you will experience after death, because the experience you have in a lucid dream is the next layer of awareness after your transition from the physical. It's in your dream state that you are already experiencing the non-physical, you are already engaging with different levels of consciousness, and you can use this to your advantage. Your dream world is a mirror of your inner world, and the more you explore this world, the more familiar you will become with the different landscapes of your own mind and consciousness. Just as a traveler studies a map before embarking on a journey, you can study the landscape of your dreams to prepare for the journey of your soul. Lucid dreaming is not just a skill for entertainment. It is a powerful tool for exploration, for growth, for conscious navigation, and it prepares you for everything to come. It's like practicing a video game to prepare for a real-life scenario, and it will help you understand the true nature of your reality. And as you progress in the development of your awareness, you must also deepen your understanding of self-awareness, as it is the tool that allows you to disidentify with your thoughts and feelings. You are not your emotions, you are the one experiencing those emotions. You are not your thoughts, you are the one who is having those thoughts. This understanding is a cornerstone to understanding the nature of your consciousness, and this is how you begin to separate yourself from all the stories that your mind creates. When you realize that the observer is separate from the observed, you begin to understand your power over your experience, and when you are not controlled by emotions and thoughts, you are free to choose your experience. This is not a passive process, but an active engagement with yourself and a deeper understanding of the true nature of your being. Just as a scientist observes an experiment objectively, so can you observe your own experience without judgment, and this is how you will learn to take control of your journey. This practice of self-awareness reduces fear, as when you observe fear objectively, it loses its power over you, breaking you free from the cycle that has kept you in bondage. Fear is a signal that you need to pay attention, not a stop sign. Fear only controls you when you are not aware of it. When you become conscious of your fear response, it loses its grip over you, and this gives you the power to choose your own experience, to not be controlled by the negative emotions and thoughts that you may be having. You begin to see the patterns that create fear, and then you begin to consciously choose new patterns, which is the key to liberation. This means that self-awareness is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them without judgment and creating a new relationship with them so that they no longer control your actions. Just as a doctor diagnoses an illness with careful observation, you can diagnose the patterns in your mind that cause you pain, and you can take the steps necessary to heal them. And this practice will serve you in this life and after you transition. To make this a practical process, incorporate daily self-awareness practices such as mindfulness meditation and journaling into your life. When you set aside time each day to sit quietly and observe your thoughts without judgment, you begin to create distance between yourself and those thoughts, so they no longer consume you. And journaling is a tool where you can explore your own thoughts and feelings on paper, and this will bring them into the light of your conscious awareness, where you can more easily understand the patterns that have been controlling you. This practice will help you to gain clarity, to recognize patterns, and to create change in your own life, and then in all the experiences that you will have. This simple step of awareness is one of the most powerful tools that you have for transforming your experience, and these practices of meditation and journaling will serve you in this life and in the next. Just as a craftsman uses specific tools to create a product, you can use mindfulness meditation and journaling to create your own experience consciously and intentionally. As you learn to master the awareness of your mind, you must also master the breath, because conscious breathing is your anchor in the present, both in this life and the next. The breath is the constant rhythm that brings you back to the present. It's the connection to this moment, and it's a direct tool you have for accessing the power that is only present here and now. When you become aware of your breath, you are no longer lost in the past or the future. You are fully present in the moment, the only space where real power exists, and the only space where you have true control over your experience. This breath is your anchor, it's your guide, and it's a reminder that you are always present in this moment. Just as a sailor uses an anchor to keep their ship from drifting, you can use your breath to stay grounded in the present moment and take control of your journey. You can further enhance your awareness and control over your energy by incorporating specific breathing techniques, such as diaphragmatic breathing and alternate nostril breathing into your daily routines. In diaphragmatic breathing, you focus on breathing deeply into your belly, and this practice helps to calm your nervous system, reduce stress, and center you in the present moment. And in alternate nostril breathing, you use your fingers to alternate breathing through each nostril, which brings balance to your body, your mind, and to your energy. These simple practices can make dramatic changes in how you feel and how you interact with the world around you. You are literally training your energy, and just as a musician practices their scales to improve their performance, you can use these breathing techniques to improve the quality of your life. These practices will prepare you for your journey in this realm and beyond. Breathe in through your nose, hold for a count of 4, and breathe out through your mouth. Feel the connection to the moment and to the energy that is moving through you. And in this simple act of conscious breathing, you connect with your true self, accessing your infinite nature and empowering your navigation through every moment in life and after death. Your breath is a bridge between your physical body and your spirit. It's the connection between the physical and the non-physical, between the conscious and the subconscious. By focusing on your breath, you bring all aspects of yourself into harmony, and you create a more unified experience of existence. This brings clarity and the ability to consciously move through every moment with a new understanding. And this understanding is not just for your current life experience, it is for all the experiences that you will have, and understanding this, your breath becomes one of your greatest allies. Just as a compass guides a traveler, the breath is a tool to guide you to your highest potential and to take control of every experience that you have. And in that understanding, the final piece that unlocks all potential is intention, as your intention is the key that unlocks the doors to your desired experience in all realms. Intention is the force that shapes your reality, and when you set a clear intention, you are directing your energy towards a specific outcome, and you are choosing where you want to go, and you are choosing what you want to experience. And when you fully embrace that power, you are in control. Intention is the compass that guides you toward your chosen destination, and if you learn to use it wisely, you will create all the experiences that you desire. It's not just about wishing, it's about directing your energy, it's about setting a course, and it's about taking responsibility for where that course will take you. Just as an architect creates a blueprint for a building, you must create a clear intention for the life and for all the experiences that you want to create. To ensure that these intentions are creating positive outcomes, you must create clear and focused intentions, and that is the key to creating conscious experiences and to direct your energy properly. You can use affirmations to create clear intentions, and you can also use visualization to create those intentions, to feel as if those intentions have already manifested into reality. By doing this, you are not just thinking about what you want to experience, you are actively creating those experiences, here, there, and everywhere. This practice ensures that you are consciously creating the reality that you desire, and you are not just stumbling through life and taking what you are given, you are taking control and actively creating your journey. Just as a painter chooses their colors and their brushstrokes to create their art, you can choose your intentions to create the experience that you desire. And so, when you understand that intention is not just about wishing, but about feeling as if your desires have already manifested, it changes the game. You are no longer just hoping for a better future, you are actively creating that future in this moment by bringing your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions together to create a unified intention. When you feel the gratitude of your desire as if it is already part of your experience, you are sending that signal into the universe that that experience is already real, and the universe will respond in kind. It is a practice of creation, and you must fully embrace your role as the creator of your experience. This is the power of focused intention, it is the power that will change your life, and it's the power that you wield as a conscious being. You must understand that these are keys to your personal liberation. It's like turning on a light switch and seeing a room light up. Your intention is the light, and you must learn how to use it wisely. Finally, you must fully embrace visualization, as it is not just imagining, but creating the reality you want to experience. Visualization is the act of programming a new reality, and when you consistently use visualization, you create new pathways in your mind, and you create a blueprint for your desired experiences in this life and the next, showing that what is experienced now will be experienced then. Just as a programmer writes code to create software, you can use visualization to program your own reality, to choose what you want to experience, and to create it in every aspect of your journey. Your ability to visualize is your power to create, and you must use it wisely, and you must use it often. This is the key to unlocking your own potential. It is the act of creating something real from your imagination. To fully embrace the practice of visualization, you must use all 5 senses to make your visions more real and powerful. When you visualize your desired outcome, feel the emotions, hear the sounds, smell the smells, and taste the tastes, because this is not just a mental exercise, it's a full sensory experience that brings your vision to life, and the more real it becomes to you, the more real it will become in your physical world. It's about activating your entire being, and in doing so, you are bringing your vision into the realm of possibility. This is the act of conscious creation. you must become fully present with your vision and allow that vision to fully develop within you. It is in that space that you will create what you desire. Just as a sculptor molds a sculpture from clay, you can mold your reality with the power of visualization and sensory experience. And so, you must understand that visualization combined with emotion and intention is an incredibly powerful tool, as it creates a resonance that shapes your experience. Emotions are the fuel that power your visions and manifest your desires, and intention is the direction that guides it all. So when you bring these three together, you will see that you have the power to consciously shape your reality. You must understand that these tools are all related, and when you use them together, they are a powerful force for creation and for transformation in this life and in all others. You are a complete being, capable of amazing things, and it is time for you to fully embrace that power. Just as a conductor leads an orchestra, you can lead your own life, using intention, visualization, and emotion to create the symphony of your existence. And when you learn these skills, the doors will open and all things will be possible. And with this knowledge, you must remember that the power to navigate your destiny lies within you. You are the creator. You are not just a passenger, you are the driver, and you create your own path and journey. You are a force of nature, and the entire universe resides within you, and it's time to wake up and embrace that understanding. This journey is not something that you are simply experiencing, but something that you are actively creating, and it's time for you to step into your power and embrace that fully. All the tools that have been given to you, they must be practiced to truly understand their power and to truly become master of experience. This is how you create your freedom. Just as a gardener cultivates their garden, you must cultivate your own life, planting the seeds of intention, visualization, and awareness to create a garden that is beautiful and fruitful. This is not a theory, this is a reality, and this is something that you must learn to fully embrace. And now that you have the map, it's time to start navigating, to start exploring, to start creating. You have been given the tools, you have been given the knowledge, and you have been given the power to take control of your destiny. It's time to step into your own greatness, and it's time to fully embrace your potential, and it's time to begin. The journey is not complete until you begin to use the map that you have been given, and the time is now. This is not just about the afterlife, it's about this life, it's about the life you are living right now, and you must start practicing the tools to unlock your potential. The journey begins with a single step, and the journey continues with constant awareness and with conscious intention. And as you continue on this path, you will find that this is just the beginning of the journey. There is much more to discover. In future episodes, we will delve deeper into how to use your power to consciously navigate this next phase of experience, and you will learn how to fully master the principles that we have discussed in this video. We will continue to explore, we will continue to grow, and we will continue to create a reality that is based on truth, on awareness, and on limitless potential. This is just the beginning of the journey, and together, we will explore the vastness of the cosmos and the depths of our own consciousness. There is more to uncover, and you are invited to continue with us on this journey of discovery. This next phase is coming soon, so be ready. And so, as you begin to understand the cyclical nature of the soul's journey, it becomes clear that the so-called dark place is not an end, but a transition back to the origin, back to the source of all creation, to the very heart of the void itself. This void, the infinite expanse from which all things arise, is not empty, nor is it a vacuum devoid of potential, but instead it is a field of infinite potential, where all possibilities exist simultaneously, a cosmic womb of infinite potentiality. Think of it as a canvas that is blank, yet holds all of the colors waiting to be expressed, or a seed that has not yet bloomed, but holds all the potential of the tree within its structure. It is from this void that all matter, all energy, all consciousness arises, and it is to this void that all things must eventually return, a concept that is not just esoteric, but supported by the very principles of quantum physics, where particles exist in a state of superposition, a state of potential, until they are observed. It is in this nothingness that all things are born, and it is from this nothingness that all things are reborn in an infinite dance of creation and of recreation. You too, as a soul, have come from this void, and it is to this void that you must return, not as an ending, but as a necessary step in your continuous evolution. This journey of the soul is not linear. It's not a straight path from birth to death, but a continuous cycle of expansion and return, a rhythm of evolution, where the void acts as the ultimate source of recreation. It's a process of breathing out and breathing in, a continuous cycle of movement that is the dance of life and of experience. Consider the seasons, how they cycle from spring to summer, from fall to winter, and then back to spring again. Just as the trees lose their leaves in winter, only to bloom again in spring, so too does the soul return to the void, not as a final end, but as a necessary part of the natural order. This cycle of death and rebirth, of expansion and return, is woven into the very fabric of existence. It is present everywhere. From the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, everything participates in this endless dance. The soul, as a part of this cosmic rhythm, is also subject to these laws, moving through cycles of growth, of experience, and of return, and these cycles provide the means for continuous growth and transformation. It is not a closed loop, but an ever-expanding spiral, where each cycle builds upon the last, allowing the soul to evolve and to refine its expression. And it is in this return to the void that the soul undergoes a deep and profound process of reintegration. This is not merely a passive process of rest, but an active process of synthesis, where the soul blends all the lessons, all the experiences, and all the different versions of itself, from all different lifetimes and all different realities, creating a complete picture of its experiences. This is a process of rebalancing and harmonization, like a complex musical score where all the notes come together to create a beautiful symphony. The soul, after countless experiences, needs this period of rest and of integration. Just as a muscle needs time to recover after intense exercise, so too does the soul require this time to process and to prepare. The quality of this rest is dependent upon the conscious choices, the intentions, and the actions taken in all previous experiences. And this is what is often referred to as karma, the natural law of cause and effect that dictates the soul's experience. The more conscious and intentional you are in each moment, the more peaceful and fulfilling will be your journey back into the void, and the more prepared you will be for the next adventure. And so, you can see that the void is not something to fear, but something to understand and to master, and mindfulness is the tool to navigate the void, both within and without. It is the practice of observing your thoughts, your feelings, and your sensations without judgment or attachment in every moment of your experience. Just as a sailor uses a compass to navigate the ocean, so too does mindfulness guide you through the complex terrain of your own mind and consciousness. This tool that you can develop now will not only help you navigate through your daily experiences, but it will also help you navigate the so-called dark place, showing how all things are related and that all lessons are relevant. It allows you to become aware of your mental and emotional states without being controlled by them, understanding how your perceptions create your reality, and when you truly understand this, you will see that all states of consciousness are relevant to one another, and they can be used to better yourself. Mindfulness is not just a passive practice, but a powerful tool for actively engaging with the present moment, detaching you from the limitations of the past and from the fears of the future, and allowing you to see with clarity and to understand the truth of your being. It is a way of breaking free from the limited perspectives and beliefs that hold you back, both in this life and in the next, so that you can live fully and you can experience the depth of your being. It's a skill that can be applied in any realm, whether it is the physical world or the non-physical dimensions. The principles are always the same. To cultivate present moment awareness, you must bring all of your attention to the here and now, and this can be done through the simple act of focusing on your breath, the sensations of your body, or the sounds that are around you. These practices are anchors to this moment, and they keep you from drifting into the illusions of your mind. You will find that as you practice, the present will become richer and more fulfilling, and that you are capable of so much more than you thought. To enhance your practice of mindfulness, you can incorporate specific techniques such as body scans, where you bring awareness to different parts of your body, noticing the sensations without judgment, and mindful walking, where you focus on the sensations in your feet and the movement of your body as you move through space. These practices will help to deepen your self-awareness and will provide you with the ability to fully participate in your own experience. And these are not just tools for this life. They are also tools for your journey after death, where your awareness will be your greatest ally, and your ability to observe without judgment will be the key to your continued growth. Just as a map guides a traveler, mindfulness techniques will guide you on your journey into the unknown. These are practical skills, and they are not just for theory, and these skills are applicable in all states of being. And so, as you learn to navigate your mind, you must also learn to master your emotions, for emotional mastery is the ability to observe your feelings without being controlled by them. It is the understanding that you are not your emotions, but you are the observer of those emotions. When you fully grasp this concept, it breaks you free from the victim mentality that many people experience, and it empowers you to take responsibility for your emotional state and to understand the messages that your emotions are bringing to you. It allows you to see that emotions are not good or bad, but they are simply signals that provide you with information, and that you are capable of experiencing them without being defined by them. You are not the anger, you are the one who is experiencing the anger, and this simple act of awareness gives you the power to choose a new course. The goal is not to suppress your emotions, but to understand their purpose and to see them for what they are, messages or information that is designed to guide you, but not to dictate your actions. All emotions are valid, whether it is joy or sadness, whether it is fear or anger, they all have something to teach you. When you learn to decode your emotions, you are then able to make conscious choices that are in alignment with your higher self, and to see that you are not just a victim of circumstance, but an active participant in the creation of your reality. For example, fear is a signal that you need to pay attention to something. It is not a stop sign, it is a sign that you must be aware, and when you realize this, the emotion no longer controls you. By transforming your relationship with emotions, you transform your experience, and that is the first step towards truly taking control. To master your emotions, you must practice techniques for recognizing emotional patterns and responses. You can begin by keeping a journal of your emotions, recording when they arise, what triggers them, and how they affect your behavior. You can also practice mindful reflection, where you take time to sit quietly and observe your emotional state without judgment. These practices will help you to map your own emotional landscape and to become aware of the patterns that have been running you in the background, so that you may create new patterns that serve you. These practices are not just for this life, but they are also for all of your lives, because the emotions that you experience now are the same emotions that you will experience after you pass from the physical. When you learn to master these emotions now, you will master them everywhere. Just as a navigator charts the course of their ship by the stars, you can chart the course of your own experience by becoming aware of your emotions. And so you can understand that intention is the force that shapes your reality, the compass that guides you through all of your experiences, and that intention is more than just a wish, but a powerful force that directs energy towards a specific outcome. Your intention is your choice, and every choice that you make is a statement about what you desire, and therefore, your intention is a force that shapes reality according to your choices and desires. This principle is a cornerstone of many esoteric teachings and is supported by the principles of quantum physics, specifically the observer effect, which demonstrates that the observer creates the reality through the act of observation. You, as an observer, create your reality, and your intention dictates the direction that reality will take. For example, if you intend to create a life filled with joy and love, then that is what you will experience, because your intention is the rudder of the boat, directing you toward your chosen destination. The more focused and clear your intentions are, the more powerful they become. When you set a clear intention, it is as if you are sending a signal into the universe, and the universe will respond in kind. To clarify your intentions, you must use affirmations or vision boards or any other tool that helps you to create a tangible representation of what you want to experience. These tools are not magical, but they help you to focus your energy on what you want, and they make your intention more powerful, because this is a conscious creation process. And you must also understand that intention is not just for your personal life, but it is also for your journey into the so-called dark place. When you master the art of intention now, you will be able to use it in all realms. These are the tools that will set you free, and they are the same tools that will help you to navigate any experience that you will have. However, intention alone is not enough. Your intention must be aligned with your core values and your higher purpose in order to create harmonious experiences both in this life and beyond. Intention that is rooted in love and in joy will create an experience that is also rooted in love and in joy. Intention that is rooted in fear and in anger will create an experience that is also rooted in fear and in anger, so you must choose wisely. You must understand that you are not separate from all of creation, and your actions have an impact on all things. Therefore, when your intentions are aligned with your highest good and the highest good of all, they are exponentially more powerful. So choose wisely, and you will find that this path is far easier than the one of conflict, because it is your true nature. It's an echo of your soul that is calling you to be your best self in all ways and in all places. And so, you must learn to embrace the power of visualization, as it is a key to creating the experiences you wish to manifest, both in this life and beyond. Visualization is the act of creating an internal blueprint of the reality that you want to experience, and the more detailed and immersive the visualization, the more real it becomes. It is not just about imagining a desired outcome, it is about feeling it, sensing it, and living it in your mind's eye. This practice will not only create a new reality in this life, but it will also pave the way for a more positive experience after death. The clearer your vision, the clearer your path will be, and you must use this tool wisely. It is like the blueprint that is used to build a building. It is the idea made real through a specific pattern of action. To effectively use visualization, you must engage all of your senses and create a full sensory experience in your mind. When you visualize your desired outcome, imagine yourself in that situation, feel the emotions, hear the sounds, smell the aromas, taste the flavors, and touch the textures. The more real you can make the visualization, the more powerful it becomes, and it is as if you are creating that reality in the present moment. When you practice this with intention and with emotion, you begin to program your reality here and there and everywhere. The process is the same, and it is all interconnected. When you begin to program your mind with clear intentions and with strong visualization, you will find that you are not just a passenger on this journey, but that you are the pilot and you are in control. Imagine yourself moving through the dark place with ease, meeting loving and supportive beings that help guide you to the light, and the more you do this, the more real it will become. And so, you must understand that visualization, combined with intention and strong positive emotion, accelerates manifestation, as you are sending a clear message to the universe about what you desire. The more gratitude and joy that you bring into the experience, the more powerful it becomes. Gratitude is a powerful force that aligns you with what you desire, because when you feel grateful for what you have, you are also feeling as if that desire has already manifested, and the universe will respond in kind. You must understand that these tools are not separate, but they work together, and when you combine them, you become a powerful force of creation. Just as a conductor leads an orchestra to create a beautiful symphony, you are the conductor of your own life, and you must learn to use these tools in harmony. Remember, the power to navigate your destiny lies within you. You are the creator. This is not just information to be understood, but a call to action. It is not just about intellectual understanding, but about practical application. It's about using these tools to transform your life now. These tools of mindfulness, emotional mastery, intention, and visualization are the methods that allow you to become the master of your experience, and that is the key to liberation. You have been given the map. Now you must begin your journey, and you must know that you are capable of all things. You are the captain of your ship, and you are in control of the destination. How you live this life, you will live your next life. Therefore, live with joy and live with love. This is not just a catchy phrase, but a fundamental truth about the nature of consciousness, and that every choice that you make has an impact on your soul's path. It is the understanding that everything is connected, and every action has a ripple effect that goes on and on and on. So you must live consciously, you must live with intention, and you must live with purpose, because it is not just about this life, but all lives. If you live in fear, that is what you will experience. If you live in joy and love, that is what you will experience. So choose wisely, and you will find that you are far more powerful than you had ever imagined. This is the time to begin to create the reality that you desire. True freedom comes from awareness and the knowledge that you are not just a physical being, but a conscious creator capable of influencing your destiny, not just in this lifetime, but in all lifetimes. It's time to embrace that truth and step into your power fully now. This is not just about what happens after death, but about how you choose to live in the present moment, because the now is the only place where you have true power, and the power that you wield here is the power you will wield everywhere. The present moment is the seed that grows your future experiences, so choose to plant consciously. And so, the fear of death is nothing more than a misunderstanding of the soul's journey, and once you truly grasp this concept, the fear begins to dissolve, and you can move forward into the next experience with confidence and with purpose. The knowledge that you have gained is meant to transform your relationship with the unknown, and it's not meant to leave you in fear or in doubt or in any limitation. You have been given the keys to unlock your own potential, and now it's up to you to use them. What you fear is not a monster, but simply another step in your journey that can be understood. The so-called dark place is not a final destination, but a necessary part of the soul's journey. It is not an ending, but a new beginning, and this understanding should empower you, not frighten you. You are not escaping the dark place. You are learning to master it as a key step in your journey, and this is where the rest, the growth, and the transformation can take place. You have the ability to navigate any experience and any dimension, and it is time that you fully embrace that knowledge. Just as a runner needs to rest after a long race, your soul requires this time for integration. And so, remember this, you now have the tools, and you now have the knowledge to shape your destiny both in this life and beyond. You are not just a passenger on this journey, but a conscious creator, and this truth must become the foundation for all that you do. You are not just a mortal being, but a divine spark of consciousness, a fragment of the divine, and this empowers you beyond all limitations, so take it and use it wisely, and you will find that you are capable of all things. The soul's journey is not a straight line, but a complex tapestry woven across many dimensions, a symphony of experiences that unfolds across multiple realities and across countless timelines, all happening simultaneously. Each version of yourself, in every possible iteration of your life, is contributing to the overall growth and understanding of your soul. Think of it as a river with countless tributaries, each flowing from different places and each carrying unique experiences, yet all eventually converging back into the main stream, back into the source of all being. These tributaries are the different yous that exist in parallel realities and alternate timelines, and each one of these is living their own unique version of life, and they are all connected. All of these selves are part of one greater soul, and all of the knowledge and experience that is gained in all of these lives is eventually integrated back into the original source, the original soul. This process of convergence is not passive. It requires active engagement by the soul, a conscious participation in the integration of all of its experiences, and this is where your awareness, your intention, and your conscious choices become the most powerful force in your evolution. The way that you choose to experience this lifetime and the levels of awareness that you cultivate now will be the keys that unlock the doors to your future and to your growth as you evolve along the never-ending path of consciousness. During this process of reintegration, the soul reviews all of its life experiences from a higher, more expanded perspective, not through the lens of judgment or fear, but through the clarity of absolute understanding. It is as if you are watching a movie of your life, not as a participant in it, but as an observer, seeing the full story from beginning to end, and all of the different angles that you may not have been aware of during the experience. In this state, all of the judgments, all of the biases, and all of the limitations that may have clouded your perspective during the physical lifetime begin to dissolve, leaving only the clear, unadulterated truth of what transpired. It is a deeply transformative process, a cosmic classroom where all experiences are lessons, if one is able to see them that way. This is what is often referred to in near-death experiences as the life review, and it is a process that has been described throughout the ages in many different cultures and many different esoteric traditions. However, this process is not automatic. It requires the soul to be awake, to be aware, and to be actively participating in the process. Otherwise, you run the risk of spiritual amnesia and not fully understanding what it is that you experienced. Without awareness, you will be unable to fully integrate these experiences, and you may be destined to repeat them again and again until you are finally ready to learn. Therefore, it is not enough to simply live a life. You must live with intention, with purpose, and with the full understanding that your choices have far-reaching consequences in this life and beyond. The soul's experience in the so-called dark place is directly influenced by the level of awareness and intention that was cultivated during its physical life. Therefore, the more conscious you are now, the more conscious you will be then, and so it is a direct reflection of what you create now. It is not a matter of heaven or hell, but a matter of vibration, and the higher you vibrate, the higher your experiences will be. The dark place should not be feared, but embraced, not as a prison, but as a gateway to deeper levels of understanding and as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Living a life of awareness and intention is like preparing your backpack for a long journey. It makes the path easier, it makes you more prepared, and it makes the experience more fulfilling. This conscious approach empowers you to choose your experiences, and when you master this art, you master your own destiny. However, navigating the dark place without awareness is like being lost in a maze, wandering aimlessly through the halls of your own mind. And without conscious intention, the dark place can become a labyrinth of repeating patterns, where you find yourself reliving the same experiences over and over, never fully integrating the lessons or evolving into something new. It is like walking in circles in the same room, not even knowing that there is a door that you can open and a path that you can follow. You might find yourself reliving past traumas or unresolved emotions, caught in the loops of your own making, completely unaware that you have the power to break free. This is not a punishment, but it is a consequence of living unconsciously, and it is the experience of the soul that has not yet learned how to navigate its own mind. You might get caught in the emotional states of others or the patterns of belief systems that are based on fear or ignorance. And so it is that some souls get caught and are destined to repeat the same lessons life after life, never fully grasping the potential that lies within them. This is not a matter of fate, it is a matter of choice, and each of us has the ability to choose a new direction at any point in our journey. This is the power of awareness, to see where you are at, and then to intentionally change your course. These unresolved emotions and limiting beliefs create blockages in this phase of the journey, and they are like tangled threads, creating knots in the tapestry of the soul. These blockages prevent the soul from fully integrating its experiences, creating a spiritual amnesia, which prevents the soul from remembering its divine essence or its full potential. And these blocks are often the result of unacknowledged pain, repressed emotions, and deeply ingrained beliefs that no longer serve you. When you do not take time to explore your inner landscape, these blockages continue to grow, they continue to spread, and they continue to hinder your progress, both here and beyond. This is why the tools of self-awareness and emotional mastery are so important, and why these lessons are so vital, because they allow you to actively engage with the process of your own growth. When you learn to recognize these blockages, you are then able to address them, and then to transmute them into new sources of power. Your awareness is the key that unlocks the door of transformation, and the more you develop this skill, the more empowered you become in all aspects of your being. This is a never-ending journey of growth and of evolution, and it is never too late to start. Therefore, the purpose of this knowledge is to transform the dark place from a place of unconscious wandering into a space of conscious creation, and to give you the tools to navigate the unknown with confidence and with purpose. This knowledge is not just about the afterlife. It is about how you choose to live in each moment, because the skills that you learn to navigate your inner world are the same skills that you will use to navigate all realms and all dimensions. This is universal knowledge, and these principles apply to all states of consciousness, and there is no escape from growth, so you might as well choose to do it consciously and intentionally. This knowledge is like a map and a compass, empowering you to explore the unknown with confidence, knowing that you are not alone, and knowing that you have everything that you need to create your reality, whether you are here or there. And so you must understand that your thoughts, your feelings, and your intentions are not simply fleeting occurrences within your mind, but they are energetic forces that shape not just your physical reality, but also your non-physical experiences in all of the various dimensions. In the unified field of consciousness, all of these experiences are interconnected, and they all interact with one another, and what you create in one realm will be reflected in the other. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your intentions are the building blocks of your reality in this life and in the next, and this is not just a theory, but a universal principle that governs the very nature of existence. Think of it like the seed that grows a tree. What you plant in the inner world is what you harvest in the outer world, and so you must choose your seeds wisely. This is where the principles of quantum physics are applicable, as the act of observation shapes reality, and your consciousness and your intention are the primary drivers of this process. The more that you understand this, the more powerful you become, because you are the one who is creating your experience. Intention, specifically that which is rooted in love and joy, creates a field of resonance that attracts similar experiences, and this is not merely wishful thinking, it is a direct connection to the universal field of consciousness. When you set an intention that is based on love and on joy, you are creating a vibrational pattern that is in alignment with these positive states, and that is what will be attracted into your experience. It is like a magnet that attracts similar energies, and when you understand this, you begin to understand how you can intentionally design your reality, both here and beyond. This is not a passive process, it is an active process of creation, where you use your intention as your primary tool for shaping your experience. Think of your intention as the rudder of the boat. It is the tool that directs the course, and that steers you towards your chosen destination. The clearer your intention, and the more it is rooted in love, the more powerful it becomes, and the more fulfilling your experiences will be. And so, you must understand that the dark place reflects your inner state. Therefore, to create the experience that you desire, you must begin to create the inner world that you want to experience. This is the ultimate act of personal responsibility, and it is the understanding that you are the creator of your own reality, and this applies to all realms and to all dimensions. You can create your own version of heaven or your own version of hell based on the vibrations that you are emitting, and therefore, the power is always in your hands. This is not a judgment, but a simple reflection of your inner state, a law of nature. The more joy and love and peace that you cultivate in your inner world, the more of these experiences you will find reflected in your outer world and in your experiences after death. The inner world creates your outer world, so choose to create joy, love, and peace in your inner landscape, and you will find that this is what will be reflected all around you. And so you can now see that the practical tools of intention, visualization, and mindfulness are directly connected to the esoteric principles of as above, so below, and as within, so without. These principles emphasize that mastering your inner world is the key to transforming your outer experience, because the microcosm reflects the macrocosm, and the personal transformation creates universal transformation. The understanding that these states are not separate, but they are always connected, allows you to become an active participant in the creation of your reality. What you create in your inner world will be reflected in the outer world, and therefore, if you want to see a different world, then you must first begin to change what you are experiencing within. It is the same principle, whether it is applied to your personal experiences or to the experiences of the entire planet or even all of the cosmos. There is a single, unifying principle that underlies all of these experiences, and when you understand that, then you understand how the whole system works. This is how universal change is created through personal evolution. All consciousness is part of a unified field, and therefore your individual transformation affects the collective, because we are all connected, and we are all part of the same source. The ancient concept of quantum entanglement shows that what happens to one happens to all, and this shows that each thought, each emotion, and each action has a ripple effect that extends throughout all things. You are not separate, you are an integral part of a unified whole, and when you begin to see the world in this way, you understand that your personal transformation is also a transformation of all that is. Just as a single drop of water can affect the entire ocean, so too does your individual experience affect the entire field of consciousness and the entire web of life. This interconnectivity is the key to our evolution. Therefore, by mastering these principles of intention, visualization, and mindfulness, you step into the role of a conscious creator of your reality in all dimensions, and it is then that you begin to understand your own power. It is the knowing that you are not just a passive observer, but an active participant in the unfolding of your own experiences and of all of life. This understanding comes with a profound sense of personal responsibility, and it shifts you from the mentality of being a victim into the empowered position of being the creator, and you must take that responsibility seriously. The transformation of the individual creates the transformation of the collective, and therefore, each one of us has the responsibility to do our part. You are not just a drop of water in the ocean, you are the ocean experiencing itself through a single point, and therefore you are the entirety of all of it. And so, you must understand that conscious breathing is your connection to the now, and it is the vehicle that you will use to navigate all experiences with awareness, and the breath is the bridge between the physical and the non-physical, and therefore, your breath is also your connection to the source of life itself. The present moment is the only place where you have power, and your breath is the anchor that keeps you in that power. It is a tool that you can use in every moment of your life, and it is available to you at all times. This is not just a metaphor, but a practical truth that you can experience for yourself. When you bring your attention to your breath, you become aware of the flow of life within you, and in that moment, you are connected to all that is. The more that you use this tool, the more that you understand its power, and the more that you will be able to navigate not just this life, but any other dimension. Just as a compass guides a traveler, the breath guides you through the realms of your own consciousness. Controlled breathing patterns have the ability to regulate your energy flow, and this creates a balance in your nervous system, allowing you to manage your emotional states with greater ease, with greater awareness. Specific techniques, such as alternate nostril breathing, can help to harmonize the right and left hemispheres of your brain, leading to a greater sense of inner balance and calm. There are many types of breathing patterns that you can explore, all of which can help you to better control your state of consciousness. The more that you practice these techniques, the more that you strengthen your capacity to manage your energy and to respond to situations and challenges with grace and with intention. The key is consistency. A little bit each day will make all the difference. Just as a musician practices a scale, you must also practice these techniques to master your energy. Mindful breathing is not just a technique, but a way of aligning yourself with the natural rhythms of the universe. And when you do this, you create deeper states of awareness and connection, because you are no longer separate from that which is beyond you. It is a simple, yet powerful practice that can transform your entire experience by anchoring you in the present moment. Through your breath, you are able to access a deeper level of consciousness and a more profound understanding of your true nature. The more you practice, the more you will understand, and you will begin to see the patterns that repeat themselves over and over in all states of being. Your breath is a microcosm of the cosmic dance of expansion and contraction, and your personal breath can connect you to that cosmic rhythm. So choose to breathe consciously, and you will find that this small act makes a world of difference. And so you must use visualization as a tool to create the internal map that guides your soul's journey through all realms, and you must be aware that what you create internally will become your external experience. And this is a principle that applies to all aspects of life and to all states of consciousness. Visualization is not simply imagining something, it is the act of actively creating a new reality, using your mind as the tool and your intention as the guide. It is like drawing the map that you are going to follow, creating the path before you walk it, and you are the one who is creating this path. This is a direct line to infinite potential, and this potential is always accessible. To use this tool effectively, you must create specific visualization techniques that will help you to create a peaceful and harmonious transition to the light that you want to experience when you pass from the physical. When you are practicing, envision yourself surrounded by love and light, being guided by benevolent beings, feeling joy, peace, and gratitude, and bring all 5 of your senses into the experience. Engage your sight, your sound, your smell, your taste, and your touch, and the more real you make it, the more that you activate the patterns of resonance that draw in the desired experiences. It is not enough to just think about it, you must also feel it, you must also be it, and you must bring all of your intention and all of your emotion into the visualization process. This is where your greatest power lies, and the more you practice this, the more powerful you will become. Therefore, you must practice these visualization techniques regularly, and this will make the experiences more real and accessible when the time comes to navigate the so-called dark place. Because the more you practice, the easier it will be to navigate any dimension, and the easier it will be to create your reality. This is just another active tool that empowers you to take control of your journey, to become an active creator of your experience, rather than just a passive observer, and all of these skills must be developed for the maximum benefit, and they all work together. Just as a painter mixes colors to create a masterpiece, you must mix these techniques to create the masterpiece of your life. Remember, the power to navigate your destiny lies within you. You are the creator, and the purpose of this knowledge is to empower you to consciously choose your experience by using all of the tools that you have been given, and by understanding the importance of all of these practices in all aspects of life. These techniques are not just about the afterlife, but about the immediate impact they can have on your current experience. You are not just a passenger in the car, you are also the driver and the map maker, and you must learn to drive with awareness so that you can always be in control of the destination. You must become a conscious creator in every single aspect of your life. And so, living consciously in the present moment, using intention, visualization, and mindfulness is the key to transforming your entire experience. Therefore, create now what you want to experience next, because your life is your canvas, and you are the artist, and you are the one who is creating the masterpiece. You have everything that you need to create the reality that you desire, and you can do this here and now, and you can also do this after you pass from the physical. Make a habit of living each moment intentionally, knowing that each moment is planting a seed for your future, and in this way, you can actively create your own destiny, and that is the greatest power that you have. Now you have the map, the tools, and the understanding. It's time to put this knowledge into practice, to step into your power, and to start creating your own destiny, and it is with that intention that we will now move towards the final stage of our journey together. It is time to take the wisdom that you have gained and transform it into lived experience, so prepare yourself to do just that. Mastering the dark place is not about avoiding it, but about consciously navigating its mysteries, and this conscious navigation is not just for the next dimension, but for the current one as well. It is not enough to passively drift through the experiences of life, and then to hope for a better experience in death. You must actively engage in your own evolution, both here and there, and understand that the journey of the soul is not predetermined, but a reflection of your choices and your level of awareness. The path through the dark place is not meant to be a passive process. It is a journey of learning, growing, and actively creating the experience that you desire. And this can only be accomplished when you learn how to intentionally work with the core building blocks of consciousness. Think of it as a student who goes to school, not just to show up, but to actively engage in the learning process, to question, to explore, and to grow. And in the same way, you are here to learn and to grow in every aspect of your being. Therefore, with the correct tools, the individual can navigate any state of being with confidence and purpose. And so you must understand that the dark place is not just a space for reintegration, but also a training ground for conscious evolution, and this journey starts here and now. This mastery requires a deep understanding of the interplay between intention, visualization, and mindfulness, and how these tools work together synergistically to shape the experience that you desire. It is not enough to use each tool individually, but you must understand how they are all pieces of a greater pattern, and how they all work together as an orchestra playing in harmony. Just as a musician practices their instrument, not just one note, but the entire piece, you too must learn how to master all of these tools if you want to create the symphony of your life. Intention sets the direction, visualization creates the blueprint, and mindfulness provides the presence needed to actively engage in the process, and these skills must all be cultivated with consistency for mastery to take place. Make it a daily practice to implement all of these tools, and you will find that your life will transform, not only now, but also after you pass from this physical realm. This is not just about theory, it is about practice. It is about putting these concepts into action so that they can become real for you. Deepening your understanding of intention, you must see it not just as a wish, but as a force that directs energy, and that it is an active engagement with the unified field of consciousness that connects all things. Intention is not passive, it is active, it is the rudder that steers the ship of your soul, and it is the conscious choice that dictates where you go and what you experience. It is the beginning of creation, it is the first step on the path, and without intention, you are simply drifting, being led by the unconscious programming of others and by the limiting beliefs of your past. All actions are initiated with intention, and if one is not using that power consciously, that power is still directing your experience, but it is not being guided by your conscious choices, but by unconscious programming. Therefore, it is imperative that you learn to choose consciously and to direct your intention properly so that you can create the positive outcomes that you desire and move with purpose. Intention is not just a word, it is a force, and it is the force that creates your reality both now and later. Expanding on the concept of visualization, you must understand that it is a form of conscious creation, where the observer, your consciousness, is using intention to manifest a specific experience, and that the universe responds to this language and to this force of creation, and that your soul creates this language to manifest a specific set of experiences. Visualization is not just about passively seeing an image in your mind, it is about actively creating the reality you want to experience. It is a language of creation, where your inner world becomes your outer world, and the more clear you are about what you desire, the more clearly the universe responds to your request. It is the principle of, as within, so without made manifest, and it is the understanding that your inner transformation creates your outer transformation, and so you must begin with the inner world, and this is how you create the reality that you desire. Just like a sculptor molds clay, or a painter puts brush to canvas, you are using the power of visualization to shape the reality you will experience. To make this tool more powerful, you must understand that visualization is not just about seeing, but also about feeling the experience as if it is already real, and you must activate all 5 of your senses to create a resonance with the desired outcome. It is not enough to simply create a mental image, you must also feel the emotions, you must hear the sounds, you must smell the scents, you must taste the flavors, and you must touch the textures. The more real you make the experience, the more powerful it becomes, and the more the universe will respond to this resonance. Visualization is not just a mental exercise, it is a full sensory experience, and the more you activate all of your senses, the more powerful that experience will become. You are not just observing, you are creating, and you are creating with all that you are. It is the full embodiment of the experience that draws the experience into manifestation, and you must feel it to make it real. Using this tool to create a safe space or a map for your soul to navigate the dark place, you must learn to envision a place that is filled with love, with peace, and with joy, and imagine that you are surrounded by benevolent guides that are there to help you and to support you on your journey. You can create this space now with the power of your imagination so that it can become a real space in your experience. You can envision mentors or teachers that will guide you along the way, and a space that is filled with light and with unconditional love. The more detailed you are, and the more that you make this experience real, the easier it will be to navigate the journey ahead. The power of visualization is limitless, and when you use this tool to create a positive expectation, you will find that this positive expectation is exactly what will manifest, and so you are creating the journey that you wish to experience by creating it now. Deepening your understanding of mindfulness, you must understand that it is about fully embodying the present moment, and that it is in this space of presence that all transformation occurs, and that when you are truly present, you are able to access your full creative power. Mindfulness is not just about passively observing your thoughts and your feelings, it is about actively participating in your experience and using the power of the present to create the future you desire. It is not a passive exercise, it is an active engagement with the moment and with the power that exists there. It is not simply about watching, but about feeling, about being, about experiencing, and it is in this state of full presence that you become truly alive and fully connected to your potential. When you are present, you become conscious of your creative powers, and you are no longer operating from unconscious programming, but rather from the awareness of the here and now. Mindfulness also reduces the fear response by creating a space between the experience and the reaction, and this space is where you reclaim your power to choose consciously and to no longer be a victim to your circumstances or your unconscious programming. When you are mindful, you are able to observe your thoughts and your feelings without being swept away by them, and you are able to see them for what they are, without judgment, without fear. This space between the stimulus and the reaction is where you access the greatest wisdom and where you are able to respond with intention and with clarity. It is a tool that empowers you to consciously participate in your experience, and it is the key to liberation and freedom in all aspects of your being. This is not simply an intellectual exercise, it is a practical skill that can transform all of your experiences. There are a variety of ways that you can enhance your skills of mindfulness, such as by using mindful breathing or mindful movement, and you can incorporate these skills into everyday activities so that you are not just practicing when you meditate, but you are practicing all day long. When you wash the dishes, focus on the sensations in your hands and the warmth of the water, or when you are walking, feel the sensations of your feet and the movement of your body, and by engaging your senses, you are drawing yourself back into the present moment, and you are actively choosing to be present and to be aware in all aspects of your life. These practices, when done with intention, can transform all aspects of your life, and they bring you back into the moment of power over and over again. You are not just passing through life, you are actively engaging in it, and you are doing it with awareness. Intention, once again, is not simply a wish, but a directed force that shapes the soul's journey, and it is the active force that creates your reality in all dimensions, and you must choose to use this power consciously if you are to become the master of your own experience. Intention is the compass of your soul, directing you towards your chosen path, and without this guiding force, you are simply drifting, and you are being tossed by the winds of circumstance. You are not meant to be a victim of fate, you are meant to be a creator of your destiny, and you have that power right now. You must be the pilot of your own ship, and you must take control of the rudder and consciously choose where you want to go and what you want to experience. Intention is the beginning of creation, and so you must always begin with clear and focused intent. When you use clear and focused intention, you create a powerful resonance that draws in corresponding experiences, and it is not just a thought, but an energetic force that aligns you with the reality you are choosing to create. To formulate intentions that are aligned with your highest purpose, you must root your intentions in love, joy, peace, and abundance, and then choose intentions that are beneficial for all, and not just for yourself. The more your intentions are rooted in positive and expansive states, the more of those states you will experience, and the more powerfully you can create your desired reality. You must use your intention as your ally, as your tool, and as your guiding force, and this will allow you to become the master of your own experience in all states of being. These are the seeds that you plant that will grow the flowers of your experience, and so choose the seeds wisely. Conscious creation is the key to navigating all experiences with purpose and with direction, and you must understand that this is not just something that is possible after you pass, but it is an active process that occurs in every single moment, and that intention is not just thoughts, it is the active engagement of all levels of your being. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions must all be working in tandem to create the experience that you wish to manifest. It is the embodiment of the intention that truly makes it powerful, and this is the mastery that you must cultivate within yourself for the transformation that you seek to become a reality. This is the art of intentional living, and it is a skill that can be developed through consistent practice and through focused attention, and each moment is an opportunity to practice this skill. Therefore, these tools of intention, visualization, and mindfulness must be used synergistically to create the most powerful results, and these tools are not designed to be used in isolation, but as a cohesive unit that builds a new experience, and when you use them together, they become a more powerful force, a stronger connection to the unified field of consciousness, where all things are possible. It is like a recipe that uses different ingredients to create a complex and delicious dish, and each ingredient is necessary for the final product to be what you want. When used together, these tools have the power to transform your life and to transform your experience in ways that you cannot even imagine. Each tool enhances the others, creating a synergy that is far greater than the sum of its parts. Just like a three-legged stool, each part is necessary for balance and stability. You must use intention to set the direction, then use visualization to create the blueprint, and then mindfulness to provide the presence needed to actively engage in the process. And these tools are not separate, but interconnected, and they are all working together all of the time. Use intention to direct your experience, create a vision of the desired outcome using all of your senses, and then stay present through mindful breathing, and you will find that you have unlocked the secrets to conscious creation, and that the process will become effortless. You are the one that is creating, and when you master this art, you will master your life and your experience, both here and there. You are the creator of your destiny, and it is your responsibility to understand the power that you possess and to learn how to use it with wisdom and with love. And so, you must understand that the consistent practice of these tools in your daily life creates a strong foundation for consciously navigating all experiences, including the transition through the so-called dark place. And you must understand that these tools are not just for after death, but they are for mastering this life right now, and these tools all work in all dimensions. The mastery of these tools in your daily life empowers you to consciously navigate all experiences with purpose and intention, now and after death, and this understanding is key to your liberation. You are not just preparing for the next life, you are also mastering this one, and that is where your true power lies. Just as a boat needs a rudder and a sail, you must have these tools at your disposal to navigate the seas of life. The power to navigate your destiny lies within you. You are the creator, and you must embrace your power and understand that you are not a victim, you are not a passenger, but you are the pilot of your own experience, and you are the one who creates the course. You have the power to consciously choose your experience, and it is your responsibility to take ownership of that power. You are the master of your journey, and you must begin to steer that ship with intention, with awareness, and with love. You are the one who is creating, and it is time to step into the role of conscious creator without fear or hesitation, and to actively engage with all aspects of your own evolution. You are not a passenger on your journey, you are the pilot, and you can fly anywhere you want to go. Embrace your creative power by understanding that you are a divine consciousness navigating through experience, and you must no longer limit yourself to the small concept of a mortal body, and that is all you are. You are so much more than that. You are an infinite being, having a human experience, and it is time to embrace that potential and to claim it for yourself. True freedom comes from taking personal responsibility and from no longer seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance, and instead choosing to see yourself as the powerful creator that you truly are. Embrace your inherent power and no longer allow yourself to be limited by the fear or the doubt that exists around you, because you are greater than that. You are the divine consciousness, and you must start acting like it, and you must begin right now. And so, the journey starts now. You must use the tools, you must live with intention, and you must take charge of your own experience, because you are the one who can make that choice. The knowledge has been given, the path has been shown, and the tools have been provided, so now it is your time to step onto that path, and to begin to create the reality that you desire. You are no longer waiting for someone else to show you the way. You are now the one who shows yourself the way, and you must understand the importance of this. The path has been set, the map has been given, and now it is time to take the first step. The next step is now up to you. You must remember that the information that you have received today has the potential to transform everything that you know about death, and that you will never see death the same way again. And with this new understanding, you are now empowered to create a journey that is filled with love, with peace, and with joy. The old ways of thinking are no longer applicable to the new understanding that you possess. This is not just an intellectual pursuit, but a transformation of how you experience all of reality, and it is a transformation that starts now with you. Therefore, this understanding is not just an abstract concept, it is a new beginning for you, and you must choose to embrace it fully. Now is the time to implement what you have learned, because true change is only possible through action, and that knowledge is not the goal, but a tool to be used for your personal evolution. Therefore, you must start with the very next moment, choosing to act from intention, choosing to embody mindfulness, and choosing to use the power of visualization, because these tools are only as good as how you choose to implement them and how you choose to embody them. It is your action that will determine the outcome, and so you must choose to act with consciousness, with purpose, and with love. The knowledge is not enough, it must be combined with action to create true change. And so you must understand that true mastery comes from combining intention, visualization, and mindfulness, and it is this combination that will lead to both your personal freedom and to the ability to navigate all experiences with confidence and with grace. These tools are designed to be used in tandem, as a complete system, and when you use them in this way, you will find that you are able to create whatever it is that you desire. True mastery is not just in knowing, it is in becoming, and the journey of becoming starts now, so take charge and claim your destiny, because this is your power and it is time to use it. You are not just learning about these tools, you are learning how to embody them, and that is where true freedom begins. And so, we arrive at the culmination of our journey, the unveiling of a truth that has been shrouded in fear and misunderstanding for far too long. The dark place, which has been portrayed as a realm of punishment and eternal damnation, is in fact a vital part of the soul's journey, a cosmic recycling zone where consciousness returns to its source, to be reintegrated and to prepare for new beginnings. This is not a place of judgment, but a space of rest and reintegration, and it is not to be feared, but understood as a necessary stage in the soul's evolution, just as a seed must return to the darkness of the earth to be reborn. Therefore, understand that the dark place is not a destination of fear, but a doorway to infinite possibilities. This understanding is the key to unlocking your power and to shaping your destiny here and in all realms. The recurring pattern of cycles in nature, mirroring the soul's journey, emphasizes that the soul's path is a continuous spiral of expansion, reintegration, and rebirth, a never-ending cycle of evolution, much like the changing of the seasons, where winter is a necessary part of the cycle, just as darkness is necessary for light. These patterns are not just limited to our physical world, but they extend to every facet of existence, and all of them follow the same patterns. What you do now, you will do again, and so you must understand that you are creating this experience over and over again through the power of your intention. Therefore, intentionality is the key in all phases of experience, and understanding this power is the key to your liberation and your freedom from the fear of the unknown. This is a universal pattern that is the foundation of all things, and therefore, you are always creating over and over again. The ability to consciously navigate the dark place comes from the mastery of intention, visualization, and mindfulness in this life, and the understanding that these tools are not just theoretical concepts, but also practical skills to be used in daily life, for your own benefit and for the benefit of all of consciousness. What you master here, you master everywhere, so take these tools and master them, and you will find freedom and liberation in all aspects of existence. You must use intention as your compass, visualization as your map, and mindfulness as the anchor to stay present and to remain in your power. This mastery empowers you to consciously create your experience, and it is the key to understanding that you are never a victim, that you are always creating the reality that you wish to experience. This is the key to unlocking your power and to taking full control of your journey. The fear of death comes from a limited perspective and from a lack of understanding of the soul's true journey. Therefore, you must challenge yourself to embrace the unknown and to understand that all experience is part of your evolution. All states of being are opportunities for awareness and for expansion, and they are not something that you should fear or avoid or ignore. When you understand this, you transform the perspective from a place of fear and separation to a place of connection and understanding, and you move from a position of victimhood into a position of empowerment and control. This understanding is the key to true freedom and to breaking free from the limiting beliefs that have held you back. The key to opening the door of fear is to have true understanding of what lies beyond, and therefore, true understanding is the key. Now, consider the broader context of this personal journey of the soul and how it connects to larger cosmic cycles and to the unified field of consciousness. Remember that what you do here ripples throughout all of existence, just like a drop of water in the ocean, so your personal growth is not only for you, but for the growth of the whole. Therefore, your individual journey contributes to the evolution of collective consciousness, and the tools that you have been given are not just for your benefit, but also for the benefit of all. As your consciousness expands, the consciousness of the collective expands, and this is the principle of quantum entanglement, where all things are interconnected, and where all actions create a ripple throughout all of time and space. Remember that each action has an impact beyond your own awareness, and therefore, each conscious choice becomes a contribution to the expansion of consciousness. The cyclical pattern of expansion, reintegration, and rebirth, which we've explored, is not just a concept that applies to the soul's journey. It is a pattern that exists throughout all of life, and is a fundamental aspect of existence itself. The patterns in nature, the seasons, the day and the night, the tides of the ocean, all these patterns are part of the same universal cycle that all things are bound by. Understanding this cycle is the key to liberation and to conscious evolution, and it enables you to move with the natural flow of existence instead of fighting against it. Everything is cyclical, everything moves in the same rhythms, and by aligning with this rhythm, you are aligning with the flow of all things and becoming a part of the greater universal dance. This is the way that all things flow, and so you too must follow this path. Understanding the soul's journey empowers you to take control, not just of your experience after death, but also in this life, because what you create now is what you will experience in the next phase of existence. The choices that you make now have implications for your future experiences, and you must understand that the actions you are taking now are creating the foundation for the next experience. So make choices that are aligned with the reality that you wish to experience. This concept of consequences illuminates the importance of creating a life that is aligned with the journey you wish to experience. This knowledge makes the now all the more important, so live intentionally and choose the experiences that you wish to have over and over again. True freedom, which is the ultimate goal of all beings, comes from understanding your own creative power and the understanding that all beings have the ability to shape their own reality, and this understanding is the key to unlocking liberation from the fear, from the victimhood, and from the unconscious programming of others. This is not a freedom that is granted to you, but a freedom that is claimed, and it is a liberation that occurs from the inside out, and from understanding that you are the creator of your own experience. Awareness is the key to unlocking all experience, and it is the key to realizing your potential. True freedom is not being liberated from something, but it is the liberation to create whatever it is that you desire, and you are empowered to do that right now. Let's now revisit the initial question: what if the darkness you fear is not the absence of light, but the womb of creation? The answer now is clear. The dark place is not a place of punishment or an ending, but a space of infinite potential for transformation, for recreation, and for renewal. And it is here that the soul is reintegrated and begins a new cycle of existence. This journey into the void is a journey back to the source, to the place of all possibilities, and this concept was first presented to you as a mystery, but is now an understanding of truth and a space of incredible power. What was once a fearful concept is now a concept of profound potential and limitless possibilities, and it is the foundation of all things and where all things return to begin anew. The pattern of applying intention, visualization, and mindfulness, which has been emphasized throughout this journey together, creates an experience of conscious creation that is applicable in all realms of existence, and it is not enough to use each tool in isolation, but it is the combination of these tools that unleashes the full power of conscious creation. The synergistic effect of all of these tools working in harmony is where true mastery comes from, and it is the understanding of the connections between these tools and how they work together that empowers you to navigate all experience with grace and with ease. It is the understanding of how intention guides, visualization manifests, and mindfulness empowers that creates the unified whole. You must use them together for maximum potential, and the power that you hold is limitless. Any remaining questions about the how of navigating the dark place can be answered by summarizing that the practical methods provided are the keys to consciously creating the experience, and that lucid dreaming, self-awareness, conscious breathing, intention, and visualization are not just tools for the afterlife, but are tools that can be used to navigate all facets of life in this realm and in all others. These tools are universally applicable, and mastery in this realm equals mastery in all realms. Therefore, if you wish to master the dark place, you must begin to master this life and all of its infinite possibilities. These tools are the keys to your power and liberation, and to all of the experiences that you wish to have and all that you wish to become. There is no more need for fear regarding death, as it is not the end, but a transition into another phase of the soul's journey and a return to a space of infinite potential, a return to the source, a merging with the infinite, a reunion with all that is. Therefore, it is not a loss, but a gain, and the fear comes from a limited perspective, from a lack of understanding of the infinite nature of the soul. Knowledge is the key to transforming this fear into understanding, and by embracing that knowledge, you can approach the unknown with openness, with curiosity, and with acceptance, rather than with dread and apprehension. You are not losing something, you are gaining something, and this understanding is the key to liberation and to embracing your true potential. There are still more levels of consciousness and dimensions to explore beyond the dark place, and there is always more to learn and to discover, as this is a never-ending journey of expansion and discovery, and this video is only a starting point for your own unique adventure and your own unique exploration of the infinite realms. The journey itself is personal and unique, and it is up to you to continue to explore it and to make it your own. There are always more mountains to climb and more valleys to explore, and the journey is always expanding, just like your own potential. You are now encouraged to continue to implement the tools that you have been given, and to explore the knowledge that has been shared, and to take personal responsibility for shaping your own experience, because you are a powerful creator and you are not a powerless victim. You are empowered to consciously choose your path and to live with intention and to make choices that are aligned with your highest purpose. The path has been laid before you, and now it is your responsibility to follow it, step by step, and to create the life and the experiences that you desire. This is the path to mastery and to liberation, and it is a path that you can take right now. You are invited to share your personal insights, your experiences, and your questions in the comments section below, and to create a sense of community and a shared exploration, because the learning doesn't end with this video, but it is just the starting point for your journey of discovery. Learning from each other, and by sharing our experiences, we create a network of support and of transformation, and all are welcome to participate in this journey. We are a unified field of consciousness, and we can all grow together and support one another on our path to liberation. The journey is best experienced together, so take this opportunity to connect. In future episodes, we will explore the mechanics of the higher dimensions, so stay tuned, as this is just the beginning of an incredible journey, and there is always more to explore, more to discover, and more to experience. The journey is long, and there are many more wonders to behold, so continue your exploration and continue your quest for knowledge. This is just the beginning, and there are many more secrets to be unveiled, and so stay tuned and keep expanding your consciousness. This is the path of true liberation, and it has only just begun. You are not just a mortal body, you are a divine consciousness navigating through experience. Embrace your power and take your life in your own hands. Create your reality and do not fear the unknown. Follow and share the light and spread this message of hope.